How everybody doing? It's Poet D. Haven't posted a video in a while, but figured I'd come up on here, provide some value. And the topic today, it was actually brought to me from someone who means a lot to me. And the question was asked, how do you deal with I'm paraphrasing, to build in spite of pressure, basically, when you're working on things, and you're dealing with whether it's opposition, pressure, outside influences and things like that. So, another thing is a disclaimer. I'm outside of a very busy street. I'm actually on my way to a doctor's appointment, and so you might hear some background noise, people talking, or people saying, quite frankly, anything. So, this is a very raw video, but it's sincere, true indeed. But one of the things, whenever we're building, when we're trying to work towards something, when we're dealing with pressure, and I say like pressure in a sense that tries to make you go against the goals that you set or what you really want for yourself. For one, you have to focus on your mission and understand why you're on that mission. You have to really define that. And sometimes that could take time to really define the need for you to achieve that which you're out to achieve, right? So, because you're going to need your why. You're definitely going to need your why. So, and what I mean by your why is, why are you doing it? Your why has to be a motivator. It has to be something that is strong. It has to be something that is powerful, because there are definitely going to be days whereas you don't feel like upholding it. It'll be days, whereas, it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere and things like that. So your why has to be strong, because your why is going to continue to ground you, and you need to be grounded. And when it comes to dealing with pressure, negativity, and things like that we have to fight off, we have to understand that we live in a society where people are really promoted to do their own thing, to be disciplined, to remain rooted in a particular cause. That is not something necessarily that is praised, promoted, and taught, things like that, So that's something that must always be kept in mind. A lot of impulsive behaviors are promoted, in my opinion, and we already do not come from more so a thinking society, so people have to be very careful about where and with who they put their energy. You have to find people who are working towards certain goals and things like that, and keep yourself grounded with those type of individuals and in those circles, because it's ultimately those things that is going to be a catalyst to your growth and also to your commitment. So with that being said, you definitely have to be surrounded, like they say, it's like the old saying, birds of a feather flock together. It's very true. You definitely want to be around people who are mission oriented, people who are in the role of sacrificing short-term gains, for something that is long-term. So with that being said, that must be always implemented, is having good people who support you. Because if you spend your time around people who don't support you, who spend your time trying to question you and wear away at what you're trying to build, then that's a very difficult situation to plant seeds in. So you want to make sure that when you're planning and when you're growing, you're putting it in the optimal conditions for it to grow, such as yourself. You want to make sure that you're in the greatest positions to grow. And I understand those things can take some time is finding out, you know, where are the best places and things like that. But you got to keep feeding your mind with things that keep you rooted in the mission, keeps you reminded. So the content and things like that you have to keep feeding your mind, like those things are very, very important. So to break it down, the people you keep yourself around with. Another thing is always having mentors and coaches, always having somebody to call, you know, that you can be able to talk to, that can help you even more on your journey, because this journey is not for something for you to do alone. And if you're trying to do it alone, you're almost planning to lose. You know, if you're trying to fight to do something better or be better. You know, not saying that you can't do it alone, but you know, you want to maximize the expectancy rate of you achieving and accomplishing that goal. And the more you fortify yourself with, the more you protect yourself with, as far as positive material, positive people, and things like that, then you're raising the chances of your ability to be able to meet that goal. So stay rooted, stay grounded, and be willing to make hard decisions, because that's another thing. When you're really working towards building something, you're going to have to really make some hard, difficult decisions about people in your life, people that you love, people that you like, and places that you like to go. Certain things that have served as a comfort for you. You know, some of those things can greatly have to change, and some of it just has to be clearly eradicated, because I know, because I had to make those decisions when I decided to make certain changes in my life. Like, you know, when I got to the point that I was not going to drink alcohol anymore, or you know, I was not going to smoke marijuana, you know, and things like that, you know. And not only that, but I wanted to dedicate myself to being with people who were more about the solution of dealing with African people. So I had to surround myself with people who were doing that work. And even though the people that I knew that I was hanging with were most of them were good people. You know, most of them were good people, but that was not their line of focus. So I had to align myself with people who had that line of focus. So with that being said, these are just a few quick tips. Have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. If you think this video is valuable, definitely share it. Other than that, that's all, folks. Have a good one.